I'm proud to tell you that this video is going to be brought to you by G Fuel, and by using my affiliate link in the pinned comment and in the description box, you'll not only be helping support the channel since it's a affiliate link. I do get a small commission for each sale that's made, so I don't get anything unless you guys purchase it. However, you'll also be able to get some really cool anime themed merchandise as well as energy tubs and different energy formulas. I personally use G Fuel a lot, and when it comes to anime, there's a plethora of different anime to choose from. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, My Hero Academia, Mobile Suit Gundam, Attack on Titan, and so many other series are available on the website in the form of energy formulas packed with all the vitamins that you need and just enough caffeine to get you going for your day. Right now, G Fuel is running a 25th anniversary campaign for Neopets. Step into the magical world of Neopets and celebrate 25 years of adventure, friendship, and fun with Neopets' 25th anniversary G Fuel Golden Berry Energy Tub. You are not going to be disappointed in the flavor with this one. Absolutely worth every penny for it. I mean, come on, it's called the Great Golden Slushy. Scoutmaster Jigen definitely approves of this one, which most importantly, this cannot be understated. Unlike a lot of energy products that are out there, there is no crash and there is zero sugar. Two really huge selling points of why I personally support G Fuel. In typical anime fashion, I am going to need you guys to send me your energy by clicking the affiliate link in the description and in the pinned comment. And when you do so, make sure to use my promo code KAGE to get yourself a discount. A dust-choked battlefield, footsteps in the rubble, and then you have Himawari Uzumaki standing alone, eyes locked on a monstrous figure hidden behind haze that we can't see. Behind her, there's no sign of Boruto, no safety. It might just be death in the wind. This ain't necessarily a prophecy, people. This might be, as Paul Heyman says, a spoiler. This is one of the many possible futures that Kashin Koji saw. A terrible glimpse that we got in the last chapter when the new film role of Tim Directions was revealed to us, when he saw that Boruto had altered the timeline. And because Boruto did what he thought was needed to save the world, things have changed in a major way. And what if, in him trying to defeat Jura faster by pushing Kawaki to unlock Ishiki's full attack power too soon, what if Boruto inadvertently placed his younger sister Himawari right into the jaws of death? Because now the timeline shifted and Himawari, we have to start the conversation, she might not survive it. Join me in today's newest Naruto Explained video, where we're going to address something that might make Himawari fans definitely not smile, not in the way that they would if they hit the like button, but our precious little Himawari Uzumaki might be in trouble. So Boruto Uzumaki's decision to accelerate Kawaki's evolution, it wasn't made lightly. He knew that Jura was a threat, unlike anything the world had seen before, and in the short term, he might have bought himself some precious time, but time, it comes with a cost. The more that Boruto tampers with fate, the closer he inches towards disaster now that we can see this. When Kashin Koji glimpsed multiple possible futures after the limiters were moved for Kawaki showed up and put his chakra rod through Jura's eye, one vision that he saw showed Himawari face to face with someone or something that is deadly. In another, he saw other members of Team 10, Shikadai, Inojin, and Chocho on a battlefield. Inojin was trying to use a mind transfer jutsu. It's one of those things where if Himawari's there, you know Team 10's there. And if Team 10's there, you know Himawari's there. And where Team 10 was, it looked like one of the hideouts that Orochimaru had in the Land of Wind, which means that they might be nearby either Kashin Koji or potentially where Shinki's body was. There could be an effort to retrieve the Thorn Soul that is by someone like Momushi or Hidari or even Jura himself. And here's the thing we have to look at. If the future has changed, if the fight comes to Himawari now, Boruto might have signed his sister's death warrant without even realizing, because Kashin Koji gave a very clear warning in Volume 4 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. Do not let Himawari leave the village or else she will die. Very, very straightforward. And based on what he said about Boruto, hey, if you go out there right now, Jura will kill you. Had Kawaki not shown up, Jura was going to kill him. Jura knocked that boy unconscious and was about to shoot a Bijudama and blow him into bits had Kawaki not shown up. So what Kashin Koji saw was accurate. Boruto stood no chance. Unless Himawari swallowed a lot of foreign objects from Orochimaru's lab and got super powerful in this short period of time, Himawari isn't necessarily in a situation where she's going to do any better against Jura than she did before. The timeline, it has shifted. Boruto asking Kawaki to remove his limiters earlier than in the original timeline was meant to level the playing field against Jura and bring him down and basically bring the world to a situation where it is now safe. But this single action, one plea made in desperation, it has fractured causality because Kashin Koji, a synthetic sage born of Jiraiya's legacy and DNA and rebuilt to walk the shadows of fate, immediately sensed this change when 10 Directions updated. In one timeline, Himawari was supposed to stay in the village, protected, hidden, like he ordered Shikamaru to do, and we can assume Shikamaru was following it. Now, her location is no longer certain. Her role is no longer predictable. The new future that Kashin Koji sees, it doesn't look good. There is a fog of battle, and Himawari in one of them is alone. There's not an adult shinobi in sight. There's not even a comrade in sight. We don't know where this is. It could be in the village. Even worse, it could be outside the village. And if it's outside the village, that begs the terrifying question. Does Jura continue hunting her down if she's outside the village? The answer is probably yes in that regard. In terms of why Himawari is still a target, Jura's no fool. He's shown a disturbing curiosity and tactical awareness. After all, he's all about absorbing chakra. He's all about devouring, and he's fixated on Himawari because of Kurama. Himawari isn't just the daughter of Naruto and Hinata, she's also the Nine Tails reborn. Kurama's essence respawned inside of her. We saw it ourselves during the fight with Jura. Something ancient and terrifying, it stirred inside of her because it was Kurama's power awakening. But Himawari, she can't truly control it yet. Her raw potential, it is staggering, but as we learned, she is still in the process of training. She's not truly battle tested and she's not ready. Jura has already regarded that, toying around with her in the first fight. He might see her growing heart. He's viewed her as a perfect tool to consume and potentially grow stronger depending on what consuming a target does for a awakened Shinju. And if that's the case, he's definitely going to be coming for her because he was going to try and consume her before Boruto saved her the first time. In terms of why she's not ready, I do feel like this needs to be stressed. Let's be clear, Himawari is strong. She's incredibly strong. I've said from the beginning, I do believe that because of how Baryon work and the science behind it, I do think that the chakra she has, it isn't just regular Nine Tails chakra of the full Nine Tails, but it's the overall chakra volume that you got with Baryon mode, but not the overhacks abilities of draining life force. I've already done a video on that, so I'm not going to repeat those talking points, but I say that to say this. Power means nothing if you don't have the skill to use it. In her battle with Jura, we saw sparks of brilliance. We also saw animal instincts. We saw chakra surges that would have left any hardened shinobi shaken by what they were seeing. But flashes of power is not the same thing as mastery. She's still learning to control Kurama's presence within her. She hasn't fully tapped into Kurama's full power, let alone develop the reflexes needed to survive an assault from someone like Jura. That is why Kurama said, like, yo, whether we live or die, it's going to depend on you. And then after she took a few hits, he's like, I guess you being as big of a prodigy as you isn't enough for us to survive. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but that's basically the gist of it. And I've seen people confused about that. They don't quite understand why Kurama would say that. They think that like because she has Kurama's power, she should just automatically be strong enough to use everything, and they bring up her bloodline, etc. So allow me to explain what Kurama's getting at. I'm gonna use a real life example. It's like if I gave you my car, just because you're getting the keys to a car with 670 horsepower does not mean you're going to win every race that you're in, because you might not be skilled enough to drive that type of a car. Kashin Koji understands this. That is why he gave that chilling warning. She is more potential than power right now. She needs to stay in the village for the time being. Even Kurama caught on to it, like, yep, she's got the power but not the skill. Basically, she is a matchstick that is near a wildfire. If Jura reaches her before she's ready, it's over. Think of Himawari basically like a secret weapon, not the secret weapon, but a secret weapon. You don't put her in battle until she's ready. Now, the reason why this is also so interesting to me is that this really builds on Boruto's guilt in terms of setting it up. So this is where a true tragedy might unfold, because Boruto didn't make this mistake out of recklessness. He made it because he cared, because he believed that he could stop Jura faster, then fewer people would die. But in doing so, he might have exposed the one person he would give his life to protect. Himawari isn't just his younger sister. She's the last remnant of his family that he has. Kawaki's not a brother by blood. Hiyashi and Hanabi don't really exist in the manga. They're like off in Never Never Land. For all we know, they ate some bad ramen and died off screen. We've never seen them in the manga. When the world turned on them, even when the timeline basically viewed him as being the murderer of Naruto and Naruto's adopted child, Himawari, despite all of that, still believed he was innocent. Even though her memories have been altered, she still believes in his innocence. And now, because of Boruto's choice, the one person that believed in him and had her memories altered but never doubted him from day one, his sister, she could die. And that might finally break him. I don't think that she will die, but the fact she's even in danger is enough where Boruto, that might be the moment where he truly learns what it means to carry the burden of being a singularity of fate, not in glory, but in grief, in fear. And that is the lesson that he might have to learn as a singularity. Kashin Koji said it best, I'm paraphrasing, but as singularities, your choices, they echo throughout the entire world. That's why we have to guide from the shadows. Boruto is a fixed point in time. He's an anomaly who can resist the pull of fate, figuratively, and change destiny itself. But those powers, they come with horrifying consequences. Tampering with the timeline, even for noble reasons, because he has access to information that nobody else does outside of Koji and Ada, it opens the door for things that may never close. This is a moment where Himawari may become his greatest regret. A painful reminder that being a hero doesn't mean saving everyone. Sometimes it means choosing who it is that you're willing to lose. Again, I don't think Himawari dies. Boruto doesn't strike me as the type of battle shonen that would kill off children. A 13-year-old child dying, that's going to be something a little hard for people to swallow, but I do think it's possible we see her injured or put in danger because of Boruto's actions. And that leaves us here with Himawari possibly standing alone on the battlefield, a battlefield she never would have been on had Boruto not changed the timeline. And with Jura looming, the hunt potentially turning to Konoha itself, and with Boruto watching threads of fate unravel around the one person he swore to protect, because Ada will be able to fill him in on what's happening in real time. Koji's like, look fam, you changed the timeline, this is what's about to happen. This might not be just a battle against villains, it might be a battle against time, guilt, and destiny, and the crushing weight of unintended consequences, and one brother's desperation to right a wrong that he created. Because let's be real for a second, if he's willing to risk changing the timeline for Kawaki, what do you think he would do if he found out that Himawari was in danger? There are no mountains, glass, and other things that Boruto would not crawl over if it meant ensuring the safety of his sister, regardless as to whether or not Kashin Koji saw some bigger thing for her. Granted, there probably is something bigger for her, just given the fact that he specifically did not want Jura to get his hands on her. So Himawari does have a role, but even if she didn't, Boruto would not let anything happen to her. Will this be his greatest victory in terms of changing the future? This could be a really great moment for Boruto Uzumaki, or Boruto Tsusuke as I'm calling him until he wins his next fight. If that left a chill down your spine just thinking about what's coming for Himawari, drop that comment down below. Let me know if you think that Jura is heading towards a village. Can Himawari survive without fully mastering Kurama? And how will Boruto live with himself as she dies? And remember, hit that like button or else Himawari won't smile.